This news surprised the public. Jin from BTS is rumored to have received a secret offer from one of the major media outlets in the United States, but BigHit Music has chosen to remain silent without providing any clarification. Why is such a significant offer shrouded in the agency's silence? And what exactly is the content of the offer that has made Jin the center of attention across continents? These are the questions that are now piquing the curiosity of fans and observers of the global entertainment industry. The news first emerged from internal circles within the entertainment industry, stating that Jin received a personal approach from an influential American media outlet. It was not specified whether the offer was related to an exclusive interview, a documentary project, or even an international-scale entertainment program. However, the silence from BigHit has only amplified the speculation. In the tradition of the entertainment industry, such offers are usually quickly denied or confirmed, but this time the public is left wondering. Fan reactions are varied. Some feel proud that Jin is considered a figure capable of penetrating global media attention without the need for massive promotional efforts. On the other hand, many are surprised that the agency, which usually responds promptly to issues related to its artists, is now choosing to remain silent. This silence is then interpreted as a strategy, either to maintain the exclusivity of information or because the offer carries more weight than just a regular collaboration. If the offer is indeed related to a major media outlet in America, this would mark a new chapter in Jin's career as a solo artist. The United States, known as the center of the world's entertainment, rarely gives exclusive space to K-pop artists unless they have extraordinary influence. The fact that Jin's name is on their radar is enough to illustrate how much global impact he has, even while he is still in the post-mandatory military service transition period. BigHit's silence raises suspicions that there is an agenda being prepared behind the scenes. The agency has a track record of timing the release of big news to maximize the impact of the publication. Thus, the choice to remain silent could be part of a communication strategy deliberately done to keep speculation going and maintain public attention. Such strategies are not new in the Korean entertainment world, where sensation is often used as a tool to extend the appeal of an issue. However, this situation also raises another question. Is BigHit really protecting Jin from premature spotlight? Or is it trying to withhold information to suit their own agenda? Some observers believe that if the agency does not provide an explanation soon, it could create wild narratives that are detrimental to both Jin and the company's reputation. The global public is now increasingly critical, and every act of silence can be interpreted as a sign that there is something bigger behind it. For fans, this silence only adds to the curiosity. Online forums are filled with speculation, ranging from the possibility that Jin will appear on the most influential talk show in the US to the issue of his involvement in a major Hollywood project. Although all of that is still speculation, the fact that this rumor comes from credible sources makes it difficult to ignore. Interestingly, this phenomenon also shows how the strength of a BTS member remains unshaken even without direct promotion. Jin, known for his stage charisma and warm personality, seems to have a special appeal to international media. This is proof that personal image can be a great strength outside of the agency's promotional strategies. In other words, Jin is now not just a member of BTS, but a global figure who can attract attention with his own name. In the midst of the spotlight, the public waits with hope whether BigHit will end its silence or prolong the mystery. If clarification is finally given, then the public will know whether the offer is really real or just an exaggerated issue. But if there is still no statement, then this mystery will be one of the biggest puzzles in Jin's career journey this year. In the end, the news about the secret offer from the US media and BigHit's silence has succeeded in creating a wave of global discussion. Is this part of a communication strategy or a sign of a major deal being planned? Only time will tell. One thing is certain, Jin has once again proven himself as a figure who not only captivates millions of fans, but is also able to shake the international entertainment world with an issue that has not even been officially confirmed. The news about Jin from BTS reportedly receiving a secret offer from a major US media outlet continues to be a hot topic. However, behind all this commotion, a big question arises that we need to reflect on together. Is this news really real, or just part of sensationalism deliberately created to attract public attention? Big hit music's silence only reinforces two extreme possibilities. Is there a big deal being planned in secret, or are the public being led to believe something that is not necessarily true if the offer is real? Why is Big Hit choosing not to provide official clarification? Are they preparing a grand strategy to launch a surprise at the right time, or is there actually nothing significant? This question is important because the global entertainment world often uses uncertainty as a tool to maintain public attention. Isn't this silent strategy often noisier than clarification? On the other hand, we must also ask, what if this news is just a rumor amplified by social media? Platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter are known as spaces where issues can develop quickly, sometimes without clear verification. Are we as viewers just trapped in an algorithmic game that pushes shocking news to go viral? If so, then the public is nothing more than pawns in a sensation game designed to generate clicks, views, and interactions. In fact, a deeper reflection emerges. Does Jin, who is at the center of this issue, really know what is being discussed? It could be that the person concerned is not at all involved in the dynamics of the growing rumor. If so, doesn't this show how vulnerable public figures are to the construction of media narratives? Shouldn't fans be more critical in filtering information before getting caught up in euphoria or disappointment? We also need to consider the psychological side of this kind of news. What is the impact on fans who have already fully believed that Jin will appear in a major project in America? If it turns out that the news is not true, wouldn't the resulting disappointment be deeper? Is the entertainment industry really willing to risk the emotions of millions of fans in order to maintain attention to its artists? The next question that is no less important: if Big Hit is really planning something, why don't they try to reassure the public by simply saying that more details will be announced soon? Why choose silence that triggers speculation? Is this a deliberate attempt to let rumors develop so that Jin's name remains at the top of the conversation? Or is there a fear that premature clarification will damage ongoing negotiations? The fact that this news comes from various different sources, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, to online media, actually shows one thing. Information in the digital age is very easily mixed between facts and opinions. Are we sure that all sources have a valid basis? Or do most just quote without verification, so that the news we receive is closer to hearsay than a complete journalistic report? This is the time for us to ask ourselves, how often do we immediately believe news that sounds shocking just because it's viral? Isn't our job as information consumers to be skeptical and reflective? Are we really sure that the secret offer is real, or is this just a collective illusion created from fan enthusiasm? Another important point is how this rumor reflects the relationship between artists, agencies, and the public. Jin may be the main subject, but the dynamics that occur are bigger than just him. Is the public being tested for loyalty by being given an information puzzle? Is the agency measuring reactions before officially launching a major project? Or, more provocatively, are we all being played by a global entertainment industry machine that knows exactly how to play on our curiosity?